copy can immensely backfire. I think this is a lot safer, even though obviously trying to engage with the Xin Zhao is still going to be hard. And
this is going to be pretty interesting to see how this early in the big game plays out. I think it is going. Either way, guys, we are ready to hop onto the rift for game number 1.
판사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 내년 생선까지 30초 남았습니다. 계약은 성립된다.
All right, here we go. Game number 1, the Telecom War. On our own, smiting away as the knockup does come in. And look at that combo as immediately Deft is going to go down. The BDD is in a lot of trouble here as well. The Renata ult was pretty good, but I think now that Faker shows up, they are just down a member and down any sort of damage. The bailout comes in on a Pyosik, but way too late to do anything to change the fight, and T1 will pick
Kalista, and then look at the itemization as well on the other end. There's double Hex Drinker available. There's a lot of early MR, meaning that Pyosik and Deft are at a lot of risk. As
Dive a new deer here. That's pretty bold out of the side of T1, although with the Senna ult on top and no flash or ghost for perfect, it does work out, and the package just kept him in place. Generally pretty hard against the Udyr. I feel like if maybe he just ran at them instead of back over the package and away, maybe he would have been in a better spot, but I do digress as Deft is in a lot of trouble here. He was just existing in the mid lane, but that wasn't allowed, said T1.
he just tried to get a turret, man. He just wants to cross map.
Wasn't allowed, Crown.
You already get the kill on perfect. Give him
Not allowed.
something.
No.
It's not looking good, Veldez.
Doom is running through the enemy jungle at 18 minutes into the game. Like, nobody's there, nobody can touch him, and they have a lot of Kalista sticks in this Baron, but no, they're just gonna back off here. They get the TP out of Zeus, and T1 say, thank you for the leash, we're just gonna continue this objective. As Owner holds on to the helicopter, he's not gonna use it just yet. Perfect trying to get that flank as Faker goes over the top, and it's just gonna flash away from everybody, as meanwhile, Pyosik's just isolated on the backside of this fight. They do get Faker, but the damage is already done here as Keria gets a massive 3-man knockup with his ultimate, and that just might be the nail in the coffin. KT are being wiped up here with a triple kill from Zeus, as Perfect might be the only one to get away, but a big team fight win going the way at T1. So not only are you not dealing damage, you're CC'd half the time. It's just sad feels playing the Kalista into not only this champion, but into this comp. I mean, not to mention the Poppy that you talked about before. And now T1 with their Baron, just...
They can kill Zeus. There are no TPs.
I think they can, 5v1.
Can they?
I think Zeus is in a lot of trouble here, right? That's an insane amount of damage going into Deft as he got that Q3 down, but it's 1,000 gold into the hands of Deft. They did it.
They did kill Zeus 1v5. It didn't work out. That's a big win. That's gold into the pockets of KT.
It's pretty nice. And now Perfect, he's being focused down, but he's a tank. I mean, that's not where you want your damage to go in.
There's no barrel.
You see Keria is incredibly tanky himself as an ult is going to sail wide from Owner. And yeah, barrel not being here. It looks like he took some extra time to farm in the bottom lane. I don't know what he was doing down there.
It's just so hard when you get to this point in the game because Faker is going to poke you. Guma has his summoners available. TP coming in.
Keria's like, yeah, I don't really care about the karma in this case. Ult is going to be utilized on the Perfect, and Zeus is just so huge, and he will take him out. Gets that slow below the 50% mark, and yeah, this inhibitor will go down. Doesn't look like Faker's got a package at this point in time. This is over Ocean Soul, so let's see how this does work out for them. As Perfect's doing a good job of trying to get in there, but now he's getting out of there. Oh, God. As the massive package comes in, and Deft is just dead immediately. The poor guy has no chance in this game, as Pyosik is going to go down as well. That's 3 of them out of this one. We got TPs all over the map. As Zeus will be looking for the kills, while Faker is looking for the kill on the Nexus. TP coming down here from Perfect into the base. And he will try to defend as Owner's just running through the turrets. And yeah, this one is a done deal. Has been for a while, guys, as Faker nearly goes down. but he's just fine in the end. T1 are playing with their food just a bit here. Guma trying to get those max stacks. He's going to end the game at 133 in this one on the Senna, which was given over to him. As I say that, he's getting more and more. 136 as the Nexus will go down, and T1.
Dive that's available for T1, it might feel like it's a bit too much.
So definitely a couple of ways for T1 to play aggressively, but also defensively, and wait and scale up and get their Orianna and Smolder to a spot where they'll be very powerful, but then reliable engage, as you did for game number 2.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 훌륭한 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
There was a sign that was like, I remember non-Doran's ring and Q start, as BDD is in a lot of trouble. Oh, he's just dead. Okay, that was quick. Owner comes up, clears the top side of his jungle.
There still has a sums available, whereas the same can't be said for Guma and Keria. Pioshik trying to fight Owner here. I don't know about that one.
Owner doesn't have Smite, but certainly Owner is in a much better spot health-wise versus Pioshik. Although Beryl is trying his best to try to zone him away, as Pioshik has to flash, but now the hook comes in, and Guma's over the wall. Deft is in some trouble, as one auto will get it done. Pioshik is super low as well. Oh, God. I wanted this game to be more competitive! Not like this. 3 kills into the hands of T1 in the bottom. Not going W to help out in the lane, not going Doran's ring. And he gets away with it with flying colors. Now, Keria might not get away from this one, as he will have to sacrifice himself to try to keep Guma alive, which he will do. Nice little gank set up here by the side of KT.
This is how the comeback starts, Veldes. And one more pick might be enough to start equalizing this goal score.
Oh boy. Well, we got Deft in a lot of trouble. He's going to run forwards because he can't run any other way.
Well, there was a
Baker's
pick.
going to pick up that kill.
It was just not...
They will take down a second Drake as well.
What's it going to be here?
Ocean Soul.
No.
Oh, Camp
Well,
or the Soul
I
at
know.
all.
I need some leeway.
Uh-oh, we got Perfect in a lot of trouble here. He's being CC'd to death, and he will get his hop off and immediately get ulted in the face. Doesn't even bother flashing, as it was a very nice and clean setup there from Owner. But yeah, KT is going to set up for this objective. We do see that T1 are hanging around. Beryl is very much behind enemy lines.
They don't know.
They do not know about this, but now they're going all in onto Owner, gets knocked over the wall, but his ult back over, still goes down though. Very nice snipe here from Deft, but BDD is in an awful spot in the front line and was in a lot of trouble. Perfect in the mini-gnar as a 3-man knockout comes in from Keria as he knocks Deft straight into the danger zone. At the same time, Keria really shoring up the end point of that fight. And now KT is just on the run away from this tiny little dragon that is getting very fed. Already 163 stacks now as Keria is looking for a bit more. Not going to hit.
Like, you had one. He was gone. He was not going to be able to make his way back into the pit. And there was no...
Well, BDD was the one who went over first and shuffled him.
Something needs to show up. Not game one.
Not show up, but show down.
Yeah. He's at 197, by the way, so...
Yeah, didn't quite hit the 225 of 20. That's very difficult. But it's still extremely accelerated.
All or nothing here. TP coming in, they know. You want to try and contest. This time, Mega Gnar bar actually not looking too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty well timed, but look at the damage that's coming out already on a Pioshik. He just gets caught out in the front line as Bob will be called down on top of Deft, but we do have Owner in a lot of trouble. They do isolate him and essentially see him to death.
Oh, I'm not sure. No, TP getting, or a back rather getting cancelled. Owner's on his way back.
Now let's see how this one goes.
Megacone.
Will they even try to steal it away? There's a kind of half-hearted Q from Zeus, but I mean, there's...
But can they move in? The Vision Cone gonna let them know.
They're gonna move in together as a team. Look at Keria's position. He's gonna be spotted. He gets onto that back line. Deft is in a lot of trouble. They dive very deep for him as Mob will help out, but they don't take out Deft just yet. But it is going to be him eventually going down. BDD does have some nice damage in that back line, but now he's all alone here. Zeus getting pretty low, but BDD will eventually get executed as Smolder. Guma will pick up the triple, as Perfect is the only one left alive, and he will just run away.
Hard to play out to actually get anything going there. T1, they give up the Dragon breathing fire down their base. yes, there is a fat Cassante in this game who we haven't even really talked about, which, remember a week and a half ago, that was all we talked about.
Smolder entered the scene. Senna Nautilus entered the scene. There were other OP things to talk about. But yeah, 2 games with what they have been given. A lot of power picks is what they have been given. Vi was almost permabanned.
Just get Exo, it's fine. Just get a turret, maybe, top. No, that you can't do that. Wave position isn't good. Get Krugs. Get Krugs!
Get Krug!
Get Krugs!
As Cassante really is going to like that, actually. So there is one champ that really does love the Chemtech Soul on the side of T1. And it is that man in the top lane here. As T1 trying to go for the mid turret. They do not have the Baron buff at this point in time, but they don't seem to need it, as they're just going to utilize that Chemtech Soul and the power in their wallets to eventually take this one down. They also have 6 Void buffs, which is actually helping take down the objectives, the structures here, as Beryl is in some trouble. But the damage coming out from Perfect is actually pretty nice, as now we get a big knockup. Immediately Beryl is taken back into that back line, as Smolder's just doing way too much here, as Mob will be called down. BDD, though, still alive, looking for his angle. He tries to go for it immediately, just gets bursted down 100-0. As that looks to be the end of the game. BDD tried so hard to find that 1-0 moment like he normally does, but it doesn't look like he was able to do it this time around. Guma just collecting kills. Owner gonna steal that one away. But it looks like T1 has done it, guys. 2-0 on the night, as they will take down the Nexus turrets and the Nexus in a couple of very one-sided games against their telecom opponents, as they're just having fun with their food here.